Production.
Yo, alright, we're gonna go through an absolute massacre right here. We're gonna go through a bunch of crypto related stocks. I'm gonna quickly highlight all of the technical features that we should be looking forward to in the next few weeks, right? Resistance, support, any patterns we see, etc. We're starting off with WonderFi Technologies. Right off the bat, we have a strong move to the upside, and right now we see this clean consolidation pattern. Right? Let this develop a bit. Whatever this is here that's going on, let it develop, because it could be a bull flag, right? You could see it as a bull flag, you could see it as a channel. That's what we're looking at before we get a move to the upside here, right? So we could retrace as far back as this 22-cent zone. It could go a little bit further. Anything in this range, I think. We could retest the lows. It seemed to be strong support at this 20-cent area. So if we revisit, it'll be looked at as support. But all in all, this pattern will lead us, essentially what we expect is to lead us upward towards the 50-cent zone. Galaxy Digital Holdings, I just made a video. If you want to see that, watch it. Iris Energy, okay, strong move here. Okay, this is huge. Right off the lows, absolute massive pop, just like down here. Huge pop after a nice consolidated wedge. What do we expect? Okay, let's let this consolidate. You look at the daily time frame, right? You can tell the 8 EMA is starting to catch up. We have 2 gaps behind. If we do consolidate, I wouldn't like think it's crazy if we do come back down to 5 and develop something like this before we continue on upward. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here when we're looking at Iris Energy. What the heck is this? Kidding. NDA. Okay, so I just made a video on this as well. I'll delete this real quick and go over it. Essentially what we're looking at, this zone, can we break up over this zone? Yes, I think we can. Give it some time. And then after that, these are the resistance levels that we're going to be looking towards to, again, get in another battle with, right? So 54 cents will soon come as we slowly erase whatever shares are left at this 38 to 46 cent zone. Right? We got HUT. HUT is going to be probably one of the weaker performers, right? The thought is there and the trade is there, right? This is essentially what we're looking at. Are we going to develop a massive triangle in this range before we get a breakout? That's what we're looking at. Otherwise, not a big fan of HUT. CBIT. Love the looks of CBIT. Let it coil. Just let it coil. Let it coil until one day somebody just buys the entire float and then it does one of these, like a huge pop, right? It's known to have big pops. So you can expect that to potentially come in the next little while, right? So if we do get a pop into this zone, back up into this 24-cent resistance, what we want to see, right? What we want to see is let's stay up there, hang out in something like this. That's what we want to see. We need an uptrend to develop on this name before I get anywhere crazy excited with CBIT. This needs to move out of this zone. Bitfarms, just made a video on Bitfarms. Again, technically, it looks great. Here's our resistance. We pop up above. We retest it as support. Ideally, we want to see this continue. So in the next few weeks, depending on Bitcoin's price, we could be looking to see Bitfarms just slowly continue up and then come back down and then continue up and then come back down. That's what we're looking at. Okay. Again, most of these is pretty similar. Look at Mara, right? Look at Mara. Look at Bitfarms. Look at Mara. Look at Bitfarms. It's pretty similar here. Okay. DMGI. What we're looking at here, strong moves, big pops, consolidates, big pop, consolidate. Right now, most charts, again, they look very similar. We're in a smaller duration time frame where it's battling resistance. Right here. This is what we're dealing with. Let us build into that zone. What I like about DMGI, it's very clear that it looks like it's going to be creating that. So that's what I'd be looking for on DMGI before we get this breakout move to maybe a dollar range. Sato, it looks like crap. Does it look like crap? I just don't like Sato that much. Coinbase, I think Coinbase is probably one of the best bets in the crypto space. This thing's gonna let's be real. We know where this is gonna go. Up. MSTR. Very interesting. Bitcoin went up 20 something percent. MSTR goes 60%. Look at the Galaxy video. So did Galaxy, right? From January 22nd up until today, it had a 60% push. January 22nd until today for Bitcoin had a 22% push. So these are the names we want to see. We have Hive here. Oh man, we keep forgetting about Hive, but it's still hanging out in this zone. I think it's going to be a lagger, right? So this is going to be one of the names. It'll move after all the other ones move, just from people buying, rotating money into this shit. That's what I think is likely going to happen. Damn, look at that. We might have a descending triangle going on here, because this is what I see. Something like that. So let this get tighter and tighter before we get a breakout move, right? Kind of the opposite of this ascending triangle that we had back in 2020. That's what I'm looking at here. Riot. So I made this drawing a long time ago. I don't know when. Check the last Riot vid on my YouTube. But it looks like it's panning out pretty similarly, right? We might get something like this, right? This is the zone. Let us play around here. Let us get closer into this 15 to $19 resistance, battle that zone, okay, and then we'll get the breakout. So for those who don't understand this, think of it as there's, again, it's super, this is how I simplify things, right? 2 million shares here, right? Every time we come up, all right, now there's 1 million, okay, maybe now there's 500,000. Let's hang around here, eat up all the shares before we get the breakout. That will create a way better opportunity for us if this is going to continue. Wolf. So again, I made these charts a long time ago. Let things coil up here. This is what we're seeing right now. Right? So this might be the breakout we want to see, and then there's going to be battling this resistance. Whoa, what am I doing here? Right? So maybe we coil up like this, get into this zone, battle it a bit before we get a move. Okay? This might happen a lot faster though. It might look something like this, where we get this bullish move here, we come up, battle, and then go. Okay, it could look something like that. CLSK, this thing just, wow. CLSK, man, it's been a while since I looked at this chart. Huge moves. Look at this, man. CLSK, Galaxy, MSTR. What else we got here? These names: buy, hold, add on dips until you see Bitcoin reach an all-time high and have a sharp correction. Again, that might not even happen, but this is what we're looking at, right? Bitcoin, right? Look at what happened. Things got absolutely parabolic, right? Ideally, you want to let this go for a few months. It's giving you lots of time. You look at CLSK here. Dude, look how much upside it has. It's crazy. Let this go. Let this continue to ride. If it gets up into this zone, then maybe start looking at taking profits, right? Into this $25 range. I think I'm going to cap it out there. That's a bunch of the VIT stocks. We'll go over a bunch more next time. Peace, guys.